Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Mama Bear's Homestead and More. On today's adventure, I got a couple things. I done a video on this G when I put the seat back on it, changed that seat bracket, and I had a comment from, I can't remember now, but anyway, he said I needed a shifter boot. Bobby Bear, you're exactly right. It just hadn't came in the mail yet. So we got that in, and let's put that shifter boot on, guys. And also, I had a viewer reach out to me and say, hey, Bobby Bear, it's getting cold. You're gonna need a pair of bib overalls. Another pair of, a warm pair of bib overalls. So, hey, I got a free pair of Carhartts. Let's put them on. They're gonna be a little big, but they're gonna work. Starting to cool off this evening. Winter so far has not been real bad yet, but guys, they're calling for some nasty stuff coming. I think Sunday the high is like 17, a low of 1. So I'm sure I'll get some use out of these boys. I see some pigs down there at the trough. That's good. If the pigs are eating, that means they're growing, so I like that. But yeah, thank you, viewer Jim. So I guess let's go ahead and get the cover off the G. I've been doing a lot of thinking on the G here. Winter coming up and stuff. I wasn't gonna touch it until the spring. I wanted to get that 19 going, running. But this might be what we work on for a little while, guys. Cover off, unstrapped. Cut the cover off. So let's get you guys in position here. And the bad thing is, it looks like we got to take our seat back off to do this shifter boot. I can't get up under that. So let me get a 3/4 inch wrench, and I think I can do all this from that other side. Let me get you guys adjusted in a little better. I'm trying to get better at using the tripod. So alright, let me check you guys out there. That don't look too bad. Went the neighbor. And while we're gonna do this battery box, or the shifter boot, we might as well get the old battery box out of the way. It's rusted and gone, so we're gonna have to replace it. And they're readily available. just silly having to do this. I should have realized I couldn't have done this with it on here when I had it off and just waited. But sometimes I get in a hurry, and actually I get in a hurry a lot, but it's alright. We'll make it work. Alright, got one bolt out. I know it's not real exciting for you guys to just watch from that angle, but until I get the seat off, I think that's the best angle. Well, good to know I got that put back on tight. The seat's something you don't really want coming loose. That could end in a bad day. Another thing that I've been tossing the idea around is go ahead and pulling this motor off. When I pulled that starter out that day, it looks like mice have been up in the bell housing, so probably be a good idea just to go ahead and pull the motor off. And I'm gonna use Goose and the boom pole. This shifter boot here is shot. Yeah, it ain't supposed to look nothing like that or that. I'll tell you what I think, guys. I think I'm gonna get the air compressor out here, and that's a shovel. Extras, I guess. But I think if we take this bolt here out, and there's one back there, if we take them out, we can go ahead and drop that battery box. That'll get that out of our way. It ain't necessarily in our way, but to do this shifter boot, but there ain't no sense of having it on there. It ain't no good, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hang tight, and I'll be right back with some tools. Alright, guys, see how tight these things are. Ah, dummy tight. And they're spinning. Of course. Why wouldn't they? Alright, gonna need a few more tools. Alright, guys, the back one come right out. I forgot to hit record, so you guys missed that one, but I'm sure you guys will be alright. This one just taking a bolt loose. This one broke loose, so That's what we needed here. This little G's very interesting. It's very simple. I'm liking it a lot. Looks like it's got one more bolt down there on the bottom, or fastener or something, that is about rusted completely off. So we're just gonna break it. That quick work of that. Well, I thought it would be quick work. Battery box rusted out. Yep, don't need that. Alright. Well, I got it right to the transmission. And while I am right here, guys, there is only one bolt holding this little fender on. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it off too, so it's out of the way. There just ain't a whole lot to these little G's. But when we put it back together, you know, like this fender's, it only had one bolt holding it. So I wonder if somebody didn't want to start a restoration on it and hadn't got to it, or hadn't finished it. But right there, guys, is what a 1949 Allis-Chalmers G right rear fender looks like. Very small. But we'll go ahead and put that nut back on there. Yeah, it's still a good one. But yeah, we're getting really close, guys. Maybe I'll get the shifter back on. Some of the paint's coming off, flaking pretty hard. Yeah, we just need to give her a little bit of love. So I'd like to go ahead and get the radiator out of it to get it sent into the shop to have it tested and checked, make sure it's good, because I don't want to have to be putting it all together and find out my radiator is leaking or something silly like that. So that's something we're gonna do. Might go ahead and just do that right now. I've got the hoses unhooked off. That brake return spring right there is a stouty. brakes are stuck. That's how they feel. So we'll have to get off into there. But I figured they would be. Go ahead and take the hood off. We'll lay the hood over here out of the way so it don't get smashed or anything. I'd hate to have that get smashed. Alright, let's see what holds that radiator down. Alright guys, I thought I was recording, but my battery died, so you guys didn't see that, but I got an air tube that runs from the air cleaner here down to the carburetor. Got it taken off. We're gonna go ahead and pull this motor, or start on it. This is gonna be a two-part video, guys. Like I said, I want to get that radiator to the radiator shop. Go ahead and pull the fuel tank off. Yeah, this is just gonna be a two-part video. And I still plan on using Goose to pull the motor. But we'll go ahead and take the rest of that air cleaner off. That way that's done. Oh shoot. Ratcheting the wrong way. So now we know that thing's good and tight. Okay, we got that bolt there out. Yeah, we don't want to lose them. Them are 3/8 real short fine thread. There's not very many of them that run around here. Fine thread bolts. Not saying I don't have one, because back when Mama Bear and I were reselling a lot, going to auctions, and boy, I've got all kinds of treasures of just random stuff that I can't get rid of because I might need it one day. Okay, I think now what I want to do is I'm gonna need to take this fan out of the way to remove the radiator. Yeah, and I probably want to take all this electrical wiring stuff off, but that don't look like it's gonna consist of very much. That wire there needs replaced for sure. It's got, well, it's about broken too and burnt. Yeah, we'll just replace that. Ain't no sense of. Okay, that's a starter wire. I love this little tractor, I really do. So basic and simple. Okay, oil sending, oil pressure gauge, oil line going over to the, from the base, oil filter base going to the, probably the oil pump. So I'd say let's break this filter or this bolt here loose. And when we go back together, I'll convert it to 12 volts. That way it'll start. I don't like 6 volts. Originally that's what this would have been, 6 volt. For some reason, I'm not real sure why, the oil pan has a big dent in it. I mean, everything still rolls freely in there, so that don't scare me. I was thinking, when I first noticed it, I was like, oh wow, that's gonna hit a rod. It won't, it don't, because I've rolled the motor over completely by hand several revolutions. Well, that's cool. We don't have to worry about that. Let's just put our extension back on and make life easier, more better. I probably could go get the impact and impact all these off, but I don't want to do that. That's how you twist bolts off. And then when we get that fan out of the way here, we'll put them right back in there. And next we'll work on taking this electrical panel off. Well, I guess it ain't got no battery on it. It can't be hot. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. Where'd that come from? Oh, okay. Well, the electrical panel wants to stay with this. I don't see a problem with that. One size smaller on that bolt. That other one broke loose. Alright guys, we got this. Got the fan out of here. now all we got to do is we'll just replace them bolts. They're not in real good shape. Gotta go get more tools to unhook the generator wires, and then unhook the coil, or the coil wire down to the distributor. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're gonna have to take the generator to the saw shop because the stud here is twisting or moving, so it's probably about to break off inside there. So we'll get it down there. Just take it down there. When we take the starter, still ain't got that down there. I've had it off about a week, but and I'm sure a lot of people's gonna say, well, Papa Bear, why didn't you try to get it running first before you do all this? Well, I know that bell housing's full of mice nest and all that fun stuff, so I was gonna pull the motor in it. I was gonna have to pull the motor anyway, but since I know if the motor's loose, and the motor's loose, it's gonna run. And if I have to take it back apart and to overhaul it, I have to do that. But this, like I've said before, this is one of my bucket list tractors. I've always wanted a G. I just think they're neat little tractors. And for what we do here, you know, truck cropping, be a handy little tractor. And what I mean by truck cropping is vegetables and produce, because we sell at a produce stand. So we are considered truck croppers. Like farmers that grow corn and soybeans, they're considered row croppers because they plant everything in a row. I guess, I don't know. Sounded good when I was thinking about it in my head. Well, I don't know who done this wiring, but the terminals are very, very snug. Not a bad thing. Yeah, that terminal broke off in there. Let's go ahead and see, that one's turning too, so I'd say they both are broke. I was kind of thinking that we could get this motor off here tonight, but it's getting dark. The days are finally going the right direction. They're getting longer. That's a plus, a big fat plus. Alright, that one's off. And, well, this one's going to fight me to the very, very end. But I'm not going to give up, guys, because I don't do that. Haha, gotcha. Alright, so, okay, unhook the coil wire. That goes down to the starter. So we got all the electrical system wiring off. And this is another reason why I wanted to kind of take the radiator off, and because I couldn't get my hand in there to clean that out. I guess I could have used the air compressor to clean that out, but that shield, or the fan shroud there, it's cracked. It's gonna need a little a weld on it. But all right, let's get these. Oh boy. Get these bolts put back down in the head here. Okay. Boy, that engine is small, guys. Real small. Look at this. What you got right there. And to pull it, we'll probably just put a chain in right here and right here. Okay. Fender over there might be still bolted to the radiator. Might have to take that fender off as well. Oh, that's awesome. Guys, the bolt that holds the other side has a big hole through it where you can get a socket and ratchet down through it to get to this bolt on the other side. That's awesome. Big fan of that. But I got a radiator shop I use. It's in Bloomington, Indiana. He done the radiator and Marty. That radiator was expensive just because it had odd size coils in it. He told me not to hurt that radiator because he didn't know if he could get coils for it again. Okay, we got that one out. All right. Well, I'm really liking this. Where I can use that. Because I can use that socket and ratchet. Might even be able to use this big. Yeah, we can break it loose with it, but try to get you guys in a better position. Our fender wasn't molded to the radiator, that's good. I'd say that bolt is loose. I unhooked that brake spring on the other side, but I didn't on this side. That brake return spring's right here. But look at this. Well, that is what a G looks like with no radiator on it. Our shutoff valve still moves, so that's really good. And we'll make us a new fuel line. Probably, I don't know. Don't need to. I mean, that one works. But I'm gonna have to call this one a video, guys, because it's getting dark on me. Well, yeah, there you guys are. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a video. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can get right on this and get this motor pulled off here in a quick. But everything I do, I bounce around so much that, and we got that cold weather coming in, so as you can see, my shop's not insulated or heated, and we'll just see where we end up with that deal at. But I appreciate you guys watching. I enjoy this. We're just tinkering on tractors and making them more better, so we'll get this. We'll go ahead and get this motor off. That's our next step. We'll probably go ahead and take the fuel tank off and then drop the toolbar off of it. I just figured out how to do that, or I read about it. But yeah, we get the toolbar dropped off of it, get the motor pulled. I personally, guys, I would like to wash it and get all the crud and stuff off of it. But anyway, I was going to end this, remember? And so, as always, keep on keeping on, my friends, because we love every single one of you.